What do we have here? This is the first of a series of German foods, traditional, non-traditional, and things that we eat on a regular for lunch, sometimes dinner, whatever. But this right here is a famous classic. This is a Grillhaxe or Schweinhaxe. And this right here comes from a place called Der Hühnerfred, which kind of translates into the chicken named Fred. So it's kind of like KFC, but no sponsorship needed. This is really cool because it's a food truck that goes around different shopping areas like grocery stores, and he parks out front, and it could be on a Tuesday, a Thursday, a Wednesday, a Saturday, definitely not on a Sunday, but he has rotisserie chickens just flipping around, and in there as well, he also has one little rotation area where he serves these. These are Grillhaxe. And for those of you guys that don't know what that is, it's time to unveil and reveal. And any kind of reveal that we do, actually, I may take my glasses off for this because, you know, it's just easier. It's easier without glasses. Anyways, check this out. Comes in a nice little bag like this, and and then inside that is also another bag. So we're not going to need this one. This is Der Hühnerfred right there. So yeah, this is a staple here in Kaiserslautern. Anyways, this is technically pork knuckle, but you ready for this? Boom! What in the... Look at that. Look at this, guys. What in the world? Ludo knows what it is. This is the fork. A regular size fork. I hope that helps you guys to see how big this sucker is. It's huge. Ugh, it's got weight to it. I'm gonna have to get a little bit of napkin action on this real quick. So, it's the regional origin of it, it's a classic dish from Bavaria, like we said, and it's associated with Munich beer gardens, which makes total sense, because this right here goes really good with the beer. And you know, I should get a German beer with this, right? Hold on one second, let's see if I can make that happen. Boom. That's how we do it. This is a Benedictiner Helle. So you can get this anywhere, but it goes really good with a Schweinhaxe. Let me just move the sucker out the way. I mean, I'm not trying to promote just the beer right now. We're going for the Schweinhaxe. In Kaiserslautern, they call it a Grillhaxe. But in Bavaria, it's Schweinhaxe. And I'm sure it's the same anywhere you go in this region and in Bavaria. But you know what's funny? Now I'm going to need to take a drink of that before the head is gone. And then also going to put the glasses on because I cannot read anything. So, Prost for that. Oh yeah, malty, hoppy, happy. Let's get these glasses, right? You just have to wait. And let me see if I can give you guys just a little bit of a backstory on the Grillhaxe. Yeah? Historical content. The dish originated in a rural society of medieval Europe. It was historically considered a peasant food, using tougher, inexpensive cuts of meat that required long cooking times to become tender, which this is, pork knuckle. It'll do it every time. It's also crispy. I don't think you're going to be able to hear this. Nope, you can't hear it. I'm not going to get too deep into the content of where this originated because obviously, like I said, it's one of those traditional dishes. It is so crazy how big this sucker is, and I'm not sure if you guys can get this in the States. I doubt you can get it in the States. But yeah, it's crispy. It's gonna be really hard to chop. Yeah, it's chopped. It's hard to chop. You hear that? That's crunchiness right there. Crunchy McCrunch crunch. Let me see if I can use my hands like normal people, right? Forget this fork situation. Anyways, inside, tons of pork. Obviously, because it's a pig knuckle. Break them. There we go. Look at that. Insane. Insane, crispy skin, thick skin. They leave the skin on. You hear that? Mmm. That's good. It really is. I wish I could do ASMR with this, but honestly, it doesn't do it justice. But this is sometimes, you can find it, let me give a little some real quick. You can find this technically as a whole meal. And you could find this in like really good restaurants in Bavaria. We find it, like I said, we get this at the vendor at the food truck here at our grocery store area, like the front of the grocery store. But they're also served in a lot of Bavarian restaurants. And you have them with Glös and Rotkraut or red cabbage and a nice little gravy to them. Listen to this. I don't know if you can hear it. No, probably not. And then my vegetarian viewers are going to hate me. So anyways, shout out to those that love that carnivorous meat. Shout out to the Huna Fred. 10 out of 10. Right, Lou?
346 minutes later.
Heather, do you want to eat something really cool here in Germany?
Yes.
Okay,
Please.
and it's just going to be like a snack or something, right?
Yeah, not a dinner, right? 'Cause
No.
you're supposed to be making something else tonight.
I am going to make something else more American or some kind of,
Dave's
yeah.
the best cook ever. He really
This
is.
isn't about me.
So,
Yeah.
what are you going to make?
I think
I'm curious.
Well, so here in Germany, you have options when it comes to pizzas. Now, I know that's not German, but it doesn't matter. They have something, an equivalent to pizza, which is a German kind of style, and it's called a Flammkuchen. Do you want to see what it looks like?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. It's this. Can you see it? Oh, what is that? Flammkuchen. Yeah. Which kind is this? I can't even read it.
It's bacon and onion.
Bacon and onion. Your typical Flammkuchen.
Yeah.
So Flammkuchen here in Germany, you can get this at restaurants or you can get them at Lidl. You know, our stomping grounds.
Lecca, lecca.
I don't know where you got the Globus. Oh, it's a Globus version. Yeah, so these are very thin and we are going to go ahead and taste test those for you. We have two different kinds. There's one that is what you said. It was bacon and onions, and then this one is mushrooms.
That's oh my god, that is so fierce.
Oh my god. So
David liebes mushrooms.
Ich liebe diese champignons. Okay, anyways, we're gonna put these in the oven and come back and see what it's all about. Flammkuchens. Let us know if you know anything about it.
Lecca.
Lecker. Oh God. Oh God. They look delicious, but one of them's already dropping. Just don't touch things. Oh yeah, that's good. And then this one, see how it's got a hook? How are you gonna get that? Oh God. Papa. Das ist rot, Papa. Das ist rot. Okay. Very cool, very cool. So look at the steam coming off of that. Ooh, this one kind of pulled away a little bit. Whoa, these look good. Ow, ow, ow. You got one that's bacon and onions, and this one with the mushrooms and the whatever kind of greenery. All right, now I'm gonna have to do some rearranging real quick before Heather gets here. Watch this. Oh, there you guys are. Check this out. So we have the bacon one here, and we have the mushroom one here. And let me show you something about these Flammkuchens over here. This, look how thin they are. See that? They're thin, but they are very popular in Europe. Look at that. And these came from Globus's frozen food section. Probably, how much do you think you paid for these?
$1.99 each.
$1.99 each. We're about to find out if this is like $1.99 or if it's $12.99. Typical. Anyways, Flammkuchens. There's actually a place in Kaiserslautern, and anyone living in Kaiserslautern, if you know, let me know, that you could do all you can eat Flammkuchen. Now, because they're so thin, I'm pretty dang sure you can eat about 4 of these. I don't think these are keto friendly either, but then again,
It's not a lot.
it's not a lot. So anyways, Heather,
Yeah.
please be the first. Which one do you think you're gonna try?
Of course, the one that has the meat.
Aye, aye, aye. Okay, so there you are. Tell me what you think. Is it done? It better be done.
Oh.
Anyways, these Flammkuchens, you put them into the oven. Germany, you put them for 250 Celsius. And then you keep them in there for 9 minutes. It says 8 to 12 minutes, but we got a really hot oven. So yeah, I'm going to try, obviously, we talk about it so much. I'm going to try, ow, it's hot. This one. You see how it's all flippy floppy? It's almost like a tortilla. But it's not. Let's try it. I'm going to roll that sucker up. Dropped a little bit of mushroom. Oh, that's a good appetizer.
That's good.
That is good. And normally,
So good.
you eat Flammkuchens in the springtime because of how thin and light they are, and you can drink them with like a Shorley or a what
Light
else?
beer.
Or a Radler. But this is good. Came straight out of the box, into the oven, right here, into your mouth. So give me a rating on like from 1 to 10 on what you think.
On all Flammkuchens, these are about a 5. I've had better.
Hey, she's gonna be honest with you. I'm sure they're really good in the restaurants.
They're
But
very good.
They come in different toppings as well, not just this, but your traditional Flammkuchen is the one that has the cheese already on it and onions and bacon.
Many hours later.
Oh, hello. And now, let's see what we could do about having something to eat for breakfast. Obviously, there are tons of bakeries in Germany. We get that, totally. But there are sometimes Sundays. Now, there's bakeries that are open on Sunday as well. But sometimes you just don't want to get up. It's cold outside, like this season, and you don't want to just go to the bakery. Some bakeries in some small villages are not open, and some of them are, but they're more than a walking distance. So what you do is you go to your grocer and you get you a bag of these. Now, these are croissants, and these are chocolate-filled croissants. These are Nuss-Nougat cream, gefüllt. Gefüllt means to be filled. And this is a 5-pack, and when you're on the go, yeah, of course you want the freshest calm down. Of course you want the freshest bakery items you can get. Now, I'm not saying this is not fresh because it is sealed, but yes, I would prefer a real German croissant over the one I get from the grocery store. But when you're in a crunch like this, look, this is something you cannot have. This boy, every time I do one of these food things, he wants whatever it is. So let me go take care of him real quick and be right back with this. Boy, why? Let me see what we got over here. Little baby treat bags. Oh, there's one already on the there's one on the table already. Yeah, eat that. So anyways, what I was saying was that's enough. I gotta finish this and then we talk. All right, so anyways, this right here, choco croissants. Love them. When I was over here in the late 90s, I guess it was, all me and my mom would eat would be just the regular croissants. We would dunk them in our coffees because that's what me and my mom did. But then choco croissants came around as well, and those are just filled with like little chocolates. So let's take a look and see what's going on with this. Break the little bag open. Oh, they're individually wrapped. What in the, check that out. Look at that, individually wrapped. I don't know if you can see that. Individually wrapped and upside down. Look at that. Very nice. You can't really beat that because it's already individually wrapped. All right, so let's open one of these and see what it's about. It feels a little hard, and it is smaller than the croissant you can get at the bakery. But nonetheless, let's check this out. Just some things that you can eat in Germany, living in Germany, when you don't want to go to the bakery. Which, if you don't want to go to the bakery, what's wrong with you? Yeah, I know. Anyways, why is this not opening? Woo, it's wrapped tight. It's very small. Das ist klein. It's a very small croissant, but a croissant nonetheless. The ultimate test on a croissant like this. A nice cup of coffee. Let's dunk that sucker. Oh, that looks good. You dunk it. You have to hold it at least for 5 seconds. Mm-hmm. If y'all don't know anything about dunking, get with it. Mmm. Oh yeah. That's your typical German croissant taste. But inside, look at that little teeny bit of chocolate. Really small. That's pretty disappointing, but there is chocolate in it. Let's do another dunk and see what happens. Mmm. There it is. More chocolate. Oh, that's good. And it's a nice taste of chocolate. It tastes like Nutella. I know in the States, you guys are familiar with Nutella, so yeah. Also, not keto friendly at all. Mmm. Mm-hmm. Mmm. I will give this probably a 7 out of 10. Probably a 7 out of 10. I could go higher, but it's just, I was not impressed with the size. So if you really want a real choco croissant, go to the German bakery, obviously. But if you're in a crunch, and you're trying to run out the door, late for work, or it's a Sunday, you don't want to get up, it's cold, go get you one of these. If you're in Germany, obviously. Also, do you dunk your food? Do you dunk anything in your coffee? Do you dunk anything? I want to know. Let me know in the comments. Am I crazy? Am I the only one? On to the next.
6 hours later.
Well, surprise, surprise. I could not leave you guys hanging without getting a döner. I mean, come on now. I told you it was all this stuff about German food and snacks and all that stuff. How am I not going to talk about döners? Yeah, let's check it. At the house, though. Because last time I was here, I got a parking ticket. Yeah, don't want that anymore. Nope, because over here, parking control, it got me last time when I was here with Jason. Yeah, I didn't put my little park thing in the window. Got me a little fine of 35 euros, and they just increased it 5 euros more. So it's 40 euros if I didn't have this dang thing in here. I beat the system this time. Also, same parking lot. I could pick me up any beer I want. I'm not drinking it in the car. I'm just telling you that in the same parking lot, I can get me a beer right after work. I guess you could do that in the States too, like at a gas station, but it's different. It's German beer. So here we are with no headroom and a shaky, shaky table. Whatever. I'm here because it's not over yet. You definitely have to end the video with the infamous döner. Yes, I'm not even going to tell you any history on this döner. Nothing like that. I'm just going to let you know that döner has taken over Germany. And it's been like that for about 12, 15 years now that Germany has welcomed this Turkish style delicacy into its culture. They actually made it their own, which is really awesome. And before I even take a bite of it, I'm going to do a reveal. So, oh, cool. It comes in aluminum foil, but then again, sometimes it doesn't. It also has its nice little wrapping here and traditional döners. This is the one from the doner kebab area I just showed you already, but that's where Jason has his first döner. And I think Dalen did too, if I'm not mistaken. But it's wrapped in a nice pita style, and you know it's a good döner. And Germans, if I'm wrong, please leave a comment. But you press that in there like a panini press, that is a good döner. That's a legit döner. When it comes in a pita like this and it's pressed, heated pressed, you know it's going to be crunchy and delicious. There are some döners though, the bread, it's sus. That's what the kids say, Heather. Sus.
You know what that means? Suspect.
Yes. Okay, it means suspect. Anyway, so in this amazing situation, you have a nice little press. I don't think you can see this, but you can either get beef or chicken slices on it. And when I say slices, it's off of a spit. And my other videos have this, so I really don't have to go into detail with it, but it's just revolving meat. What else can I tell you? That is the best thing since sliced bread or pita, whatever. But look at that. I chose the beef this time with some lettuce in there. Some red cabbage is also in there. I'm going to take a look at it so I can tell you exactly the truth what's in there. There's also a cheese slice in there. We always get the queso. And sometimes it's sheep queso, it's shaved queso, right?
Feta.
Well, sometimes it's feta too. So
Feta.
feta, and what looks a nice soft pita inside, which is very important. Crusty outside, soft pita inside. And this one, I had it loaded up. You can get them any way you want. I just go all in and get every single piece of ingredient, just like I was at Subway. You can order it the way you like it, but I just let them alles drauf and scharf bitte. So when you say scharf bitte, that means obviously sharp, hot, spicy. Do that. It's the best way to eat a doner. Now I'm going to take me a nice little bite because I have to. That's good. That's great. It doesn't do it justice just to show you what's going on right there. Look how big this thing is compared to a nice big 0.5 liter German beer. I also picked up at the exact same area. So it's really cool. You got the Döner shop right there, and you also have a drink mart right next to it. So stop in on your way home and just grab you a nice little snacky snack or dinner. And this one here is one of the best ones I've ever had here in Kaiserslautern or ever. There's some in Würzburg that are really good too, but this one is probably top 10. It's like a Whopper, but cultured. Man. If you're ever in Germany and you come visit us, I'll take you to get a Döner because that's a tradition. Not only a cultural tradition, but a tradition when you visit Dave and Heather living in Germany. Now, I haven't done this in a little while. This is a Helles Lagerbier Hell. Yes, and of course I'm going to pour it on the corner. Nothing goes better with a beautiful German Döner. Look at all that head. What was I thinking? You only get one pour. In my beautiful Park Brau Stein. And it's not even really a Stein. It's just a beer glass. I think I poured a little bit too much there, but it's never too much. Sometimes it's just right. This dissipates really fast. Or I can talk slower. I could take another bite. Or I could just go ahead and take this head as it is. It's really good, Helles. As I've said before on this channel, I love me some Helles. And I know this was all about the German food, but with Dave and Heather living in Germany, we're drinking here too, right?
Yep.
Let's taste this one. Yeah, the reason why I like the Helles so much, because it's not too heavy. And it's starting to get to the springtime here, thank goodness, in Germany. So Helles comes in handy on a hot day or even a brisk, warm day. Anyways, guys, yes, Döners. I can't speak enough good stuff about them. Tons of shredded meat on a bed of lettuce, some red cabbage, and you can get your preference of lamb, chicken, beef. You can mix them all up. I went straight beef this time, and I'm glad I did. On a crispy pita roll, pita, whatever, what? Yes, but just take another bite. dinner. Look at all that. So once again, in the more words of Dave and Heather, living in Germany, loving the dinner. You want to say cheers too? She's way over there. I'm not even going to show you what she's doing because she's already been inside the video. So, in the immortal words of Dave and Heather, living in Germany, cheers! I'm taking a bite. That's good. Hello, my friend. You're so messy and delish. Yes. Oh, dinner is served.